Hello, everybody. It's me, your good friend Sparky, coming to you with another State of the Sparky update video. This time in audio only mode, just because I really didn't feel like setting up a video camera right now, for reasons I'll get to as this update video goes on. Another project is completed. We have officially finished Spider-Man for PlayStation on Ultimate Difficulty on a New Game Plus playthrough to finish getting all of the trophies in that game. I have also finished playing Spider-Man 2 and gotten all the trophies in that game already, which means I have all the trophies in 2 Spider-Man games now, which is really cool. The last Spider-Man game on the list, Miles Morales, that's going to be a bit of an undertaking to get all the trophies in that. And I want to save that for a project sometime down the line, definitely not right away. I think a little too much Spider-Man all at once might be a bit to take in. Also, the vandalized music video for Spider-Man went up yesterday from the day you're seeing this update video, and I hope you really liked that because it was a lot of fun to put together as sort of a follow-up to my Breath of the Wild music video from earlier in the year. I really enjoy putting those music videos out and getting to share them with people just because it's not the sort of thing I very often do, and it's a lot of fun to make them. A lot of work to make them, but a lot of fun to make them too. I very much enjoy the Sonic Frontier soundtrack in general, and I want to do more with that game's music and maybe other Sonic songs or other songs in general, and make more music videos rather, for more and different games. But yeah, the whole Spider-Man experience was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed revisiting one of my really favorite games ever at this point. All 3 of the Spider-Man games are utterly fantastic. And if you haven't played them for yourself by now, do it. PlayStation 5s are very common now. You can do it. I believe in you. Moving on from that though, and getting into news about the channel and news about myself. This is a very mixed emotion sort of time. On one hand, it's a very exciting time for me right now, because around this time last year is when I started regularly uploading videos to YouTube. It started with the Mario 64 Versus project I did with my buddy Marjo Sonic, and also the Pikmin 1 project, where I beat both the GameCube version and Wii version of Pikmin 1 in 10 days each. And now there's a Switch version, so I should probably get to that one soon, too. Having 2 without the other doesn't feel right at this point, so yeah. Again, future projects, future things to consider for the channel. But yeah, the channel. This marks about the year anniversary of when I started regularly uploading YouTube videos. Before then, it was just, over the course of a few years, I had just semi-regular projects. I put up a Let's Play series here, a one-off video here. I made sure to do the Mario Party CPU tournaments once a year. A lot of people really like those, so I want to make sure I keep that going and keep doing that as a tradition every year. But I never really considered YouTube like a priority. I considered it more as a hobby. And while I really like making videos, I never really felt the drive to really keep putting a lot of effort into them. That's not saying I didn't put effort into my videos or anything like that. It's just that I never really had the motivation to, like, consistently upload, you know? Like I said, it was a hobby. It was something I did in my spare time. That is until I got the stupid idea in my head of uploading Breath of the Wild every day until Tears of the Kingdom came out. And that, while it was a huge undertaking, considering I did the 5th Mario Party CPU tournament on top of that, it ended up being a really, in comparison to most of my other videos, a really popular series. It drew a lot of attention to my channel that I didn't have before. This time last year, I had well under half the number of subscribers I currently do have. I'm pretty close to 400 subscribers, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't seem like a lot. But within the last year, too, YouTube has lowered their limits for starting to get like monetization options open on channels to 500 subscribers and like a certain number of watch hours. So I'm pretty close to that, honestly. And that's kind of a big deal. If I can like keep going into the future, keep going into the next year and keep people interested in my videos, then that's potential for like moving onward into doing more things with the channel that I honestly didn't really think was an option for me previously. Like I said, Breath of the Wild, it was a crazy idea I had that I didn't know if I was going to be able to pull off or not. But it ended up really drawing attention to my channel, and I ended up advertising it more. I ended up talking with other creators more. In the past year, I have met a lot of really great YouTube creators, smaller time YouTubers, Twitch streamers, people that I probably would have never have talked to previously if not for me putting Breath of the Wild out there and trying to promote it, you know? And since Breath of the Wild finished in May, I have stuck to a schedule and I have consistently uploaded videos 5 days a week since. And that's awesome. I never thought I would be able to do that. So yeah, it's the year anniversary right now of the true start, I'd say, of Sparky's YouTube journey. Of course, like I said, I've got other videos from what I was doing previously before now, but it's the first time I've ever felt like a YouTuber, you could say. I still don't think I'm quite at that level yet. I'm still not terribly popular, and there's a lot of things going forward that's probably going to be changing about how I do videos and scheduling and things like that. But I'll get into that later. But yeah, it's a happy time. It's a very happy time, all things considered. And I feel like I should be more happy than I am because it's also been a very sad time for Sparky lately since the beginning of the Spider-Man project back in the end of September, I think it was. End of September, beginning of October. A little while ago, I put up a video, one of my Sparky Storytime videos that I've been enjoying doing, that I'd like to do more of going forward. I put up a video called Nintendo Doomed System, where I told the story of how my Nintendo DS broke, which ended up happening at a weirdly coincidental time that the Nintendo 3DS was out and its price dropped at around the same time. And the culprit behind the Nintendo DS breaking was my cat. Her name was Missy, and she used to be my grandfather's cat until he passed away and we moved into his house and took over basically cat duties from him. We moved into her house essentially, and she was not totally welcoming of us at first, but that particular cat ended up basically being my roommate while I was living with my parents for the better part of a decade or something like that. And I grew very much attached to her. And then I moved out and I still saw her every day, but we didn't like hang out constantly like we did. But at the same time, she was still very much my cat at that point. She was my grandpa's cat. She was the family cat, but she was very much my cat. And I was very attached to her. Though you notice that I'm kind of speaking in the past tense. Uh, Around the beginning of November, she got very sick very quickly. And despite our best efforts to counteract what was happening to her, um, yeah, she passed away. And that's been hitting me very, very hard lately. Now, I'm an adult. I'm in my 30s. I'm not a youngin' anymore. I've had lots of pets over the years I've been around, and lots of pets that have moved on to the afterlife that are no longer around anymore. I can remember them all very quickly. I could tell you each of their names, and I was very attached to all of them. But Missy was special, and I have been hit emotionally very differently from this passing. That all happened about a month ago at this point. And, I go up and eat dinner with my parents at their place every night. And I am still having to stop myself from going in and saying hello to the cat. It is not registering yet. It is not sticking with me that she's not present anymore. And it has been a constant drag down on my mind and my motivation for doing YouTube things, which really hurts because this is a very big time for my channel. A very momentous occasion where it's a full year of content. I've never done that before. And yeah, I had pretty big plans going into December for a project that I really wanted to do, but would require a lot of recording time and a lot of work. And then she got sick, and that became all I thought about. That is still all I am thinking about. And it really hurt my motivation for doing anything complex with the channel. So, yeah, it is a very sad time for me, on top of a very happy time for me. And I'm constantly bouncing back and forth between the two, and it's exhausting. I'm exhausted right now. On top of that, I'm dealing with the holiday season at work. I just survived my something like 8th Black Friday event at my place of work. And all in that together, yeah, it's hurting my motivations for working on content. That's not to say I'm not working on content. I still, through all that, managed to put together the Spider-Man music video. I've got all of those videos uploaded, and I've been casually playing some Super Mario RPG and uploading some, hour and a half long play sessions of that over the weekends. And even though my motivation is kind of hurt right now, and I can't put my heart into working on anything really complex because of where I am at mentally at the moment, and with what I'm dealing with at work, what's going on in real life, it's just not a great time for it. Even though I can't work on anything complex at the moment, I'm determined to keep moving forward. And that brings me to really the future of the channel going forward. Um, Analyzing my videos since Breath of the Wild ended, my series have not really received the numbers that Breath of the Wild did. Clearly, people were subscribing in a lot of cases for Breath of the Wild, and a lot of the people that subscribed did not really seem to feel the need to keep watching my videos afterwards. I think on my best days, I'm getting about 50 views a video, and on my worst days, I'm getting about 10. It's not a lot to really keep banking on, and my subscriber count has kind of stalled out around 375 subscribers. It bounces up a little bit, back and forth, but I'm not really gaining the same kind of traction I was earlier in the year. So the suggestion was brought up to me of maybe, instead of focusing on one single project at a time, I start doing 2 projects at a time and alternating between them to try and keep people's interest and try to appeal to different crowds. And so I put up a poll on the channel to try to get an idea of what I should do in regards to that. And while I didn't get a lot of responses to the poll, the responses I did get did indicate that trying alternating projects, it seems like a good idea for the channel. So instead of doing my one more complex project that would have taken a lot of extra effort and work, I'm instead moving forward right now with 2 alternating, more simple projects. And with that is also going to be a bit of a schedule change. I have been consistently uploading 5 days a week, at the very least, since Breath of the Wild ended, and I've been leaving the weekends open for different kinds of videos, like the Super Mario RPG video, the music videos, other sort of one-off videos that I want to do, like the Sparky story times and these update videos. So that's been what it's been since May, and again, I'm very proud of myself for keeping up with that, and others have expressed their proudness of me, and that really, it means a lot. It means a lot to be able to talk to other creators and know that even though sometimes my numbers don't show it, I'm doing a good job with this. And I am going to take that praise and that motivation going forward, and with the alternating projects starting up, we are instead going to be uploading 6 days a week. I know that sounds really weird. Instead of doing one less complex project, I'm instead of doing 2 simple projects, and I'm going to be uploading more frequently. But this is honestly, it's something I feel like I need to be doing in order to try and regain the traction that I lost from earlier in the year. And even though it's technically 2 different projects, handling it in the more simple style that I've been doing the main LPs in mostly, it is a lot easier than putting a bunch of effort into recording and editing and arranging footage and rendering videos and things like that, because it's a very time-consuming process, even for what could be considered a relatively simple-looking project. If there's a lot of editing involved, that's hours of me putting together a video and then hours of me waiting for it to render. One video can basically sometimes take up a half a day's time. And sticking with the simpler projects for right now is something that's a lot easier and a lot easier. It's something that's a lot easier on my mental state, and it's a lot easier on my workload too. And we are going to be, like I said, doing videos 6 days a week now, because we're going to be alternating projects daily. And alternating projects daily didn't really mesh well with the 5 days a week upload schedule that I had. It would be 3 videos of one project and 2 videos of another. So we're doing 6 days a week instead, so there's 3 videos for each project going up per week. It's going to be starting on Monday, Project A, then Project B, then Project A, then Project B, then Project A, and Project B, and then Sunday is going to be a free day. A day that I keep open, like I've been doing, for uploading different kinds of videos to get out special videos, one-off videos, these update kind of videos that I've been doing. And there will still be the occasional, extra upload here scattered about. If there's like a Nintendo Direct I want to react to, or just something else I want to be commentating on, I'll be doing that too. But that's going to be the schedule going forward, and I'm hoping that I can stick to it, and I will be able to use that sort of schedule to sort of keep gaining people's attention and keep people's interest. Because even though I've been able to consistently upload videos for a full year now, I fully admit that it might not be the type of videos that the Breath of the Wild crowd that showed up would really be interested in. They could be Nintendo fans that aren't interested in Battle Network or Spider-Man. They could be Zelda fans that aren't interested in anything that's not Zelda fans. They could be fantasy adventure game fans, or, things like that. And I want to try and put out a larger variety more frequently of different kinds of videos to try and keep people's attention, while also maintaining a schedule and maintaining some consistency with the channel and what's going on during it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's going to be what's going to be happening with the channel going forward. There's going to be 2 main projects going on at a time, and they're going to be alternating on a daily schedule. And I think it's important to note that these 2 projects coming up, even though I've been sort of trying to tie my projects into like current gaming events to sort of gather attention that way, like Breath of the Wild was done for the Tears of the Kingdom hype, Pikmin 2 was done because Pikmin 4 came out, Spider-Man was done because Spider-Man 2 was coming out. Even though I've been trying to tie my projects into recent gaming events, these next 2 projects that I'm doing are really just kind of for me. Because of the way I am emotionally right now, I need to play some games that I am going to know I'm going to have fun with and enjoy. And I hope to share that fun and enjoyment with you at home. The first of these projects is actually going to be another PlayStation project. With some darkness in my life and some darkness on the horizon, I'm hoping that I can clear my cloudy thoughts and spread my love of this game with you at home. And the project after that, the second main project, is going to be for a series that I love a lot, but I've actually haven't been giving much attention to on this channel. And that is not something I can tolerate anymore. A very popular series that definitely deserves some love from your good friend Sparky. So, I hope you don't trade me in for another YouTuber, and stick with me going forward, because I'm sure you're going to have fun with these 2 next projects. And I suppose that's going to wrap up the State of the Sparky for right now. Thank you very much for watching for this last year. Your support means the world to me. And I'm hoping you stick with me going forward. I'm hoping any new faces that end up coming in stick with me. And I'm hoping we get to celebrate another year of uploads together. This is your good friend Sparky signing off for now, and I'll catch you later.